Wow, we just got done watching Kool and the Gang singing Celebration Time, and what a great song. And we're really excited about our second year anniversary that we're celebrating right now, live.
Michelle, would you
We're
play you
recording
on the
this
call?
on YouTube, and so we've got a whole bunch here celebrating for our second year anniversary, almost a full house. So how about everybody just unmute right now and then wish everyone all at the same time a happy second anniversary. Go ahead and unmute now.
Happy
Happy
second
second
anniversary.
anniversary,
Second
everybody.
anniversary.
Second
Happy
anniversary.
second
Happy
anniversary.
anniversary.
Happy
Second
second.
anniversary.
Ante, did you bring your
Anniversary.
hamburger?
Anniversary.
Happy second
So
Sorry.
anniversary.
exciting.
Ante, did you bring
Happy
your hamburger for
anniversary.
Happy
everybody?
anniversary.
Yay, yippee, yahoo.
Okay, all right. Fantastic.
Is that
Well,
my brother Scott Hurt?
all right. Yep, we got everybody here, Garfield. Okay, so let's go ahead and get on with a little bit of an agenda. I have a little bit of thing I want to talk to you guys about, recognizing all the hard work we've done in the last year since our last anniversary. And I'm looking forward to celebrating our third anniversary with all of you again, a year from now. So it is November 7th, 2025, and we're celebrating our second year anniversary all together. And everybody's very excited, as you can tell. So let me tell you, this journey began with an idea, okay? But I would say before the idea came, there was the concern or the need, if you will, for the idea. So let's talk about that for a moment. Let's get it on the record. Since I, being the founder creator of Pool Funding, I did all this. I started this for a reason. Okay, so let's get it on the record what that is. And the reason why I started Pool Funding is that I see that the world is shifting in a direction that is not good for the individual. Okay. In fact, I believe that there is a powerful agenda in the works by some very powerful people that have lots of money, resources, contacts, and authority in the world that they actually want the world to move in a way where the individual kind of gets co-opted into like a hive mind network that involves both biology and technology. Okay. Put it in simple terms, what I'm talking about is transhumanism. Okay. And I believe that they have made a lot of progress in the last number of decades towards moving humanity into transhumanism. And I believe that that would be the end of humanity if that were to happen. Okay. Now, I don't know if we can, completely stop these people that have so much power, for doing what they want to do with, who knows how many people will end up, being swallowed up in that agenda. But there are those of us that have our eyes open, and we're keen to understand that there is an agenda. We don't want to be a part of that agenda. We recognize that we're just beautiful, we're just wonderful as is. We don't need technology as a way to make us better. That actually the whole point of being a human being, we actually have pretty much everything we'd ever need, and we just and maybe haven't fully tapped into all of the capacity of what it is to be a human being. Okay. But I don't think that we achieve that through technology. And so my concern is I don't want to be forced financially into a system where I have to give up my bodily sovereignty, where I get to choose what happens to my body, and that I want to refuse any kind of, unnecessary technology. I have no problem with people like if they lose an arm and then they end up getting a, bionic arm to replace that. That's not a problem. I don't see that as a problem. I just have a problem when you tie the entire global financial system into a need that each individual has to have certain technology inside their body, emitting maybe a Bluetooth signal or something like that, where that's how they're going to do commerce and all that. I have a big problem with that. How many of you think that is a serious problem and we should be, aware of it?
Yes, yes, yes,
Yes.
Big, big
Okay.
problem.
Okay.
Ace, if people look up quantum biology, they'll find out that quantum biology is already something that they're studying, where they're taking quantum mechanics and they're putting into the biology of a human to help take care of diseases and that kind of thing. But they've talked about how far that can go and how they have to really monitor it this time. But it's already happening.
Yeah. You're right, Teresa. There's a lot already happening, but when it comes down to when we have a choice in the matter, right? We want to have a choice for sure. And so we shouldn't really be part of something that the individual gets swallowed up into some sort of a hive, right? Where, maybe only one controller, imagine that. Imagine just one controller controlling all of the billions of human beings. That makes no sense to me. So, now right now that sounds like science fiction. It sounds like something out of an episode of Star Trek, with the Queen Borg, the Borg Queen, it sounds like something like that. But the fact is that artificial intelligence is here, robotics is here, nanotechnology is here. The ability to manipulate the DNA of a living being is here. So everything's the recipe is already there. All the ingredients to the recipe are already exist, and we are aware of it. And they just want to tie that into the financial system. Okay. Now they're not coming right out and saying this. If you look, you have to kind of connect dots to see what I'm seeing. Okay. But I've been seeing this for a very long time. And as a result, I wanted to put something together that would attract a mass quantity of people. So pool funding is the idea of bringing mass quantities of people together, right? So where we can discuss. The most valuable thing we have are not our coins. Our coins are by far not the most valuable thing that we have, and certainly not the thing we're here to celebrate the most of, here in our second anniversary. While those coins are important to us, they are not the most valuable. In fact, what is the most valuable is the community that we've already built, okay? And the fact that we love each individual in that community separately, as each one is special and unique, and we embrace that. We love that about the fact that we are all different, and that we all come from different, whatever. There's a list of things that makes us different, right? But the one thing we can come together and find some common ground is that yes, we want to protect what is already ours. Our body is ours. Our mind, we want to protect that at the individual level. And I think we can all, regardless of how, with the differences might have between our countries or, our races or, orientation or, I mean, there's a list, right? There's a list of things that we could divide us, but that is not what matters when you have a community that has a purpose. Okay. And that's what we have. The most valuable thing we have is community. That now we're not just standing there alone, fighting this unknown, it's a mysterious, agenda, but run by mysterious people, like you can't really pinpoint today it's this person, that person, this person. You can't quite do that yet. I believe in the future we will be able to do that. But for now, it's a little bit mysterious who's behind this agenda, this what's called the transhumanism agenda. And it's made a lot of headway in the last, let's say the last 10 years. Okay. And my concern is that they keep talking about a specific date. and that date happens to be the year 2030. Okay, so let it be known, put it on the record that we're concerned that they want to rush into something like this and have it all tied up and all signed, sealed, and delivered and done by the year 2030. Well, that's not too far off. That's only 4 or 5 years from right now. Okay. So that is what inspired me to put pool funding together. So what I did is I've been looking at, money itself, and here's the funniest thing is that you can ask 100 people what money is, and most people can't quite explain it. Isn't that weird that all of us use this thing called money, right? But most of us have a hard time really explaining it, exactly what is it? What is money? I mean, you're sure you're going to use words like it's a medium of exchange, it's da 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 da, but well, how does that work exactly? At the end of the
It's
day,
energy.
come again?
It's energy.
Energy. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, but energy is used for many different things. But so it's all of that, but what it comes right down to is it's an agreement. Okay. At the end of the day, money, it comes down to enough people agreeing that something is to be used as in the form of money, what I'm saying, which is a medium of exchange. We've seen in the past, gold has probably been the most popular form of money throughout history. Would you guys agree on that one? It's probably been the most popular, gold, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, and as a form of money. Okay. But we also know that seashells were accepted as money in certain parts of the world at certain times, right? We've heard of that before,
Correct.
right?
Correct.
Right. Right.
Seashells, right? Of all things.
Yeah.
And, I just think of the abundance of seashells, right? There's so many of them, right? But yeah, that was money at one point. And now we're in a world that's become digital. And now we have some, basically kind of, if you will, some innovators that have come along that come up with different ideas of digital money. Okay. So we just happen to be one of those innovators. Okay. But we're in the early process. We're in year number 2. We just finished year number 2. That's very early for this kind of innovation. Okay. But here's what's important, guys, is that we need to look at the technology and the coins that we're already using in a proper light. Okay. And I'm going to talk about that for a moment. Something that maybe some of you haven't put too much thought into. But look, if you look at it as something you personally own, there's consequences for looking at it that way. Okay. So it's the intention here, and I'm putting it on record here at our 2nd anniversary, that it's not about owning, each of us as individuals owning the coins that we have here. Okay. It's more about having, a decentralized treasury. And that's why we're going to be forming a tax exempt foundation, perhaps in Panama, right now, leaning that direction. But that's what we're looking at this point. But we're looking to put a wrapper on something that we've been gathering as all potential co-founders. So we've been gathering and sharing resources to kind of, bring this thing into form over the first 2 years. And now we're at the point where we're going to be putting some sort of official wrapper on it where we can engage the system as it is today. Okay, so but a foundation would certainly do that, So, but see, if you look at the coins in your wallet as something that's part of that foundation and not as something that is your own currency, your own coins in your pocket or your own property, okay? And trust me, you'll be happier with the tax consequences by looking at it that way. Okay. And I've talked to a few of you about this already, even recently. So I want you to understand it's how we come together and we take and we have directions and we have we're building this together. Okay. But what we're building, and as a community, we've come together with the intent to empower the individual, but not by adding giant tax burdens on them. Does that make sense, guys? All right.
Yes.
Okay. So you can go to the internet and look for yourself the difference between controlling an asset versus owning an asset. Okay? Go do your homework. Now that we're in the second year, I'm shouting out to all of you as co-founders, do your homework and know the difference between controlling something and owning something. Okay? Especially looking when it comes to the tax consequences of that thing. Because this is something we want to be on record with what our intentions are. And I want them to be very clear from the top down that our intentions is to operate in a way that we can smoothly transition into something that we feel more comfortable with, because we're not comfortable with the idea of going along with an agenda that leads us down a path to transhumanism. So this is where we're forking in the road, okay? And we're doing it quietly. We're doing it peacefully. We're doing it without any, we don't have to tear down anything in order to build up what we're building. That's the beautiful thing about who we are, what we're doing, and how we're going to get there. How do you guys feel about that?
Pretty good.
Okay.
Yeah, good.
So it's on record now. Fair enough? Okay.
Fair.
Now, if you go to the terms and conditions on our website, it talks briefly about that we're in the formation process and that you're coming in potentially as one of our co-founders, but we're looking for people that will follow direction. If you really do follow direction, you'll end up as a co-founder. If not, we at some point we'll have what we'll be referring to as the regular member, right? But we're specifically looking for 10,000 co-founders. These would be people that we can get to know and trust completely, and that they will understand the stewardship that we're asking them to undertake here. So what they're holding in their wallet is a stewardship, okay? And that's what each person needs to know, that they don't own it, they simply control it, but it's decentralized, okay? It's really hard to steal something that's decentralized, right? If all the coins were in just one wallet, then you could easily just go grab those coins. That's the problem with something that's completely centralized. And so, like a treasury, for example. So in a way, our treasury is divided amongst all of us, as all of us are, receiving coins for various reasons to hold on to. Those are being held in basically a sacred trust that's kind of implied between all of us, that as we are forming and developing into this foundation that we're putting together. These things take time, right? But the formation will happen, and what will solidify, and then after that, we'll have to behave according to how the regulations of how those things work. Okay, so that, to be very clear, that's my message for you today. That the intent is clear. I would say that we are driven by a righteous cause. I believe that we will be divinely guided to achieve what we're here to achieve together, and that we do it in with the guides of love and respect, showing us the way forward. Okay, those are the two guides that we talk about a lot. And if we continue to put those guides in front of us and leave behind perhaps the guides that we may have used. Some of us have used the guides of fear or the guides of doubt. And sometimes people are guided by fear and doubt, and as their way to navigate within this world. And I understand how people might use that as a guide. It's very common. You can see that. But we're different. We believe in the more positive side of things. which is where love and respect come in. Okay. Respect is easy. It's the golden rule, by the way. Treat others the same way you'd want to be treated. Okay. Simple, simple, simple. Okay. Love, on the other hand, it's multifaceted. It's a journey in itself to blossom all the love that you can give to the world, you know. And I wanna say that I hope each of you are blessed with an abundance of love in your life. Okay? Now, we're gonna have some fun too today, okay? So after the speech comes the fun. All right, so starting with Hunter, go ahead and I'm going to have people number off Hunter. So can you have everybody number off? So 1, 2, 3, just go in the chat right now. And let me just start doing numbers. Let me just put a line here real quick. Here's the line. Well, technically, Karen got just above the line, but we'll count that. Okay, she came in again. All right, so number off, but technically, instead of picking a number, okay, you know what? Pick a number. Pick a number, just don't pick the same number if you know, because we're gonna count the first one. So we're gonna look at the list of numbers and find the first person to use that number. Okay. Now, Hunter, I hope did you put something in?
I did.
All right. I'm gonna send you an image on Telegram. Okay.
I did.
All right, I'm gonna send you an image. And we're going to play off of the image. Okay. We're going to have some fun. We're going to give away some money just for fun. Okay. All right. Where you at? There you are. Okay. Here it is. I'm sending it to you. And it has 6 numbers on it. Okay. And the numbers are between 1 and 100, by the way. So if you're choosing a number bigger than 100, you're going too big. Bring it down to something between 1 and 100. Okay. And there's going to be six people that are going to get to play, and we get to watch them play. Okay. All right. Okay, I think we're good. Do you see what what I sent you? Okay.
Yes.
All right. You can go ahead and tell everyone
All
who the winners are, so we can go ahead and tell all the numbers because I think we've pretty much gotten there.
All right, let me go ahead and turn off the chat so I can work through these.
I didn't get
All
our
right,
numbers in. You were too quick.
So you got to pick a number between 1 and 100. Okay.
All right, Lindsay, you can go ahead.
Sorry. I'll put Dad's in as well.
Okay. So you can pick 1, 2, 3, all the way to 97, 98, 99, 100, those, and every number in between. Okay. All right. Do you see the first one there that in the list that I gave you, Hunter?
Yep.
Are you looking for it? Has someone put it in yet?
Yeah, someone's put it in. It was Zareen that put that one in, the first one.
All right. So what is the first one?
1.
1. So Zyrene chose 1. Da 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 da. Unmute, Zyrene. You get to.
Hi, boss.
You're gonna get some money. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna share my screen now. This is for Zyrene, the first one to put the number 1 in. Okay. So she chose 1, and she's gonna win some money. And how are we gonna do that? Okay. We're going to go over here to the handy dandy spinner. Okay. So Zyrene, at least you're going to get $10 USDT, but you could get as much as $60 in USDT. Are you ready for your spin?
Wow. Yes, boss.
All right, here we go.
Anong nilagay niya?
Wow, $40 USDT. Congratulations.
Ooh.
All right.
Congratulations, Zareen.
So go ahead.
What a great number to choose, too.
go ahead and send
Happy anniversary.
send me your wallet address. You can use the chat
All
here.
right, boss.
You can use the chat here on Zoom. Just send me your wallet address.
Okay, boss.
Okay.
Let me just get that.
All right. So go ahead and announce who the second winner is, Hunter.
The second winner with the number 15 is Justine.
Justine. Wow.
Wow, that's so nice. The executive.
2 in a row. I promise it's not rigged. I didn't rig this. They didn't know. All
Yeah,
right.
I can always see who the third one is. It's not an executive.
Okay. So let's see here. It's chat, and I'm waiting for the. I don't see Zyrene. Did you send me? Oh, okay. Here's a private message. I got it now. I got your wallet address. Your wallet address ends with a 73C2, correct?
Yes, boss.
All right. Let's go ahead and send you some digital money. Okay. Digital money coming from MetaMask. Pull this out, the guarantee here. There we go. So send. It gets a little laggy. Yeah, it's really laggy, huh? I'm not sure if this is going to work. I might have to send these afterwards. This is taking too long. Okay, here we go. $40. All right. See, it's very laggy. But anyway, there we go. Confirm. I clicked on it. Let's see here. Yeah, see how slow it is with all the Zoom. I'm using a hotspot. So technically doing this on data from a cell phone tower in the middle of nowhere. So, all right, but it successfully did it. Okay, so you can see here she got $40. Did you receive $40, Zyrene?
Yes, boss.
All right, congratulations.
Let me check. Thank you. Happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary. All right, so next one is going to be Justine. And what I want you to do, Justine, is send your wallet address to Hunter, and then I'll just pay everybody afterwards. Okay, so Hunter will be my accountant for now. Does that sound good?
All right, boss.
All right,
Okay, I'm
Justine.
gonna send it to Hunter.
Okay, so cross your fingers or whatever you got to do. You know, kiss the air, whatever you're gonna do to get a lucky spin. You know, here we go. This is for you, for Justine. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Everybody's a winner. And you won $40 USDT.
Hackers.
Wow, thank you so much, Sir
You
Ace.
are
And
Congratulations,
happy anniversary.
Justine.
Thank you so much.
You'll never forget the second year anniversary of our pool funding. You won $40. All right. So who's next on the list, Hunter?
Next on the list with number 66 is AJ.
All right. So AJ, you chose 66. And we're going to do a spin for you right now. This is for AJ. Can you unmute AJ?
Thank you. How
Yeah.
exciting.
You ready?
I'm ready.
Anticipation building. Okay, here we go.
Yes.
Good luck to you. Good luck to you. Winner, winner, chicken
Thank
dinner.
you.
And ooh, yeah. Wow, that was so close. Okay. Hey, You got 50, almost $60, but 50 ain't bad, that's for sure. Congratulations, AJ. Go ahead and send your
Cool.
wallet address over to Hunter. Do you have access to him? You able to do that?
Yep.
Yeah, we're
Thank
both in the
you.
Whale Club.
All
Yeah.
right.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome, AJ. All right. So congratulations to AJ. She's our big winner so far, $50 USDT.
Yep.
Is everybody having fun?
Congratulations, AJ.
If you're having fun just watching this, go ahead and say hooray.
Hooray!
Hooray!
All right.
Hooray.
It's exciting.
Hooray.
Okay, now who's next, Hunter? Who's our next winner?
Next up with the number 72 is Carrie.
Carrie from Thailand?
Yep, Carrie from Thailand.
Okay, Carrie.
Hey, thank you.
You picked 72.
Hey,
First one.
hey, ask somebody to pick my number 21. They got to pick another number.
I think you would that one time, Garfield, so be quiet. Everybody gets their turn. All right, here we go. We're gonna go to this is a spin for Carrie out of Thailand. Good luck, Carrie.
Thank you. Let's see.
She picked 72. Wow. Okay, you definitely got 50. It wasn't even on the line. Congratulations, you won $50 USDT, Carrie. Congratulations.
Thank you, Ace, and happy anniversary to everybody.
A happy anniversary. Be sure to send your address to Hunter so I can pay that right after this meeting. It just takes too long to do it live. All
No
right.
problem. Thank you. Have
And
a good
let's
day,
see.
everybody.
I think we have two more, right?
Yep, we have two more with
who's the next
number
one?
88 is number 88 is Mark Anthony. That's the fifth one.
Mark Anthony, are you there, buddy? Mark? Hello, Mark. Is he here still?
Let me check. Yeah, he's still here. Yeah, he's still here.
Hey, Mark.
Mark, go ahead and sound off, bud.
Uh-oh.
I think he might have a mic problem. He just said yes.
Oh, okay.
He just said yes in the chat.
Okay. Yep, definitely sounds like a mic problem.
Okay, sounds good. All right,
Okay.
Mark Anthony, I'm excited for you. This is your spin, buddy. Here you go. And you're connected to him, right, Hunter? Mark Anthony?
I think I have access to him through Karen's team, I think.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Everybody's a winner. So you still won some money. You won $10 USDT. Congratulations, Mark. All right, and let's see, that was number 5. So our last winner, who is our last winner? What's the name of the person?
All right. The last winner with 100 is, I'm not sure who this is, but their mark is NA Easy. Not sure who that is.
Hello, NA Easy. Hello.
That's nice.
Maze?
Yeah.
Oh, hi, Maze. Okay. You ready for your spin?
Yep.
Okay, here we go.
Yay.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner. You'll be the last one to win. Here we go. And she won. Keep going. Oh. $10 USDT. Congratulations. It feels good to be a winner for sure.
Thank you.
You are welcome. You are welcome. So what I sent to Hunter earlier, just so people could see it. Let's grab it off my thing here. This is what I sent to Hunter. So 1, 15, 66, 72, 88, and 100. So that's, I pre-prepared that before the meeting. And there you go. So there you have it. That's how the game was played. All right. So I hope everybody had a good time at our 2nd year anniversary. Thank you all for your attendance. You know, keep in mind how important our purpose is. You know, let's truly value everything we're doing, especially value the community. Never do anything that violates the community. You know, always just, you know, work with us. You know, we're doing something that as we get bigger, we're going to get stronger, right? The more of us that come and be a part of this, we become stronger and stronger and stronger, and our purpose becomes more solid, and we're able to achieve it. It's what it's going to take. It's going to take quite a few of us in the world coming together to really, you know, carve out our own agenda, you know. And let's face it, we've talked about where that agenda could go. Like we've used terms like luxury economy. So that would be new to the world, right? Imagine the world that was operating on something that would be called a luxury economy, right? So that's really the, you know, the vision of what we could build. But you know, right now we've got 1,000 of us that are pretty active in pool funding. You know, end up in, you know, having you know, over 10,000 users. You know, so we've actually seen our database with a total of, you know, over 10,000 people that have come in as a user. But we know we have a solid 1,000 at this point that we're going to march forward with. And from there, we're going into a transition right now. And so as we transition from, you know, the old to the new, everything should be much better, and we should be able to grow much faster. So everything's, you know, being built piece by piece, you know, kind of like brick by brick, like anything else. And I'm pretty happy with what we achieved in our 2nd year. Okay, I mean, we came up with quite a few nice creations during our 2nd year, which include we came up with the 777 giveaway, the $3,000 a month giveaway. We came up with our own micro lending platform, you know, and quite a few achievements. Hey, Ken Russo, one of our great leaders. How you doing, Ken? You got your hand up? You want to add something to our anniversary today?
Yeah, happy anniversary, Ace, and everybody.
Thank you.
Ace, I've got a question about the micro lending platform. Can I share my screen real quick?
Sure. Go ahead and share.
Ready, Hunter?
Ready?
Let's see here.
All right, you're sharing now.
So I noticed something different today, and I'm wondering if anybody else noticed it. When I go to lend, that message came up real quick about the monthly fee. When do I know that that's due?
Oh yeah, it always that's it, you know, as basically the page loads on this particular page, it always starts with that. So it's supposed to be every 30 days, but I've heard tell that that's not quite happening exactly according to what I want it to be. So it might be longer, it might be shorter, but it should be every 30 days.
Okay, I'm going to create an offer, and I noticed something that I haven't noticed before. Let me click on create offer.
Yeah, if you've already reached your limit, it's going to tell you that. But this is new. You're right. You found something new. This is something that if you happen to be a whitelisted well, which you are, you're getting this. So it's engaging a smart contract to basically, the benefit is that as a whitelisted well, your loans go straight into guarantee, so they're paid immediately. So you put an offer out and immediately it becomes guaranteed and paid. You're allowed to do 1 or 2 of those a day, depending if you have $3,000 of PML in your wallet or not. So should be limited to 1 or 2 a day.
Okay, I noticed I haven't noticed that it's delayed like this. I don't know what's going on.
Well,
there.
it's the Zoom call for sure. You know,
Oh.
it's gonna impact the speed, you know, because data is being used to be on Zoom. So your computer is processing Zoom and it's processing the website.
Let me go back to the dashboard again.
Well, you
All right.
you really shouldn't do that during processing, but it's okay. You know, I think we
I
get the
thought it might-
idea, and this is more of a technical thing, Ken, and I'd prefer to do that more of in a training where this is a celebration. So I don't want to bog down
Okay.
the celebration with
Yeah.
technicalities, you know.
I was hoping that it would go real quick like it always does, but no biggie. I'll stop
Yeah.
sharing.
But pretty exciting, right? That there's a you know a way that, to achieve a status within the microlending website where you can get your offers paid immediately. You just become a whale and get whitelisted, and that means that your wallet address becomes trusted, and then you're able to create offers, and either 1 or 2 a day, and then they're instantly paid. Where everybody else, they got to wait for their offer to be picked up by a borrower. Then that borrower's got up to 30 days. So, there's an advantage there. Something that if you really are determined, you can work yourself into a position to be one of our wells. Okay. So pretty exciting for those that have done it, that are in that. I think we've got close to 100 people that have been whitelisted at this point. So just to give you guys a heads up on where we stand there. All right. Thank you all for coming to our 2nd year anniversary. It'll be something we'll always treasure, and just know that as we get bigger, okay, we're gonna relish the days when we were small. We're gonna remember, that the connections were tighter. The the familiar faces, will be when you're a small group, easily seen. The bigger we get, we start to lose a little bit of that, but we need that. We need to grow big. It's part of the plan. But right now we're a very tight knit group. I'm so proud of all of you. I've actually have gotten to know most of you that are in attendance here at this anniversary. I've actually taken time one-on-one with the majority of you, and I do have an idea what kind of people you are. And we have attracted some fabulous people from all over the world. I'm so proud of this group that we have so far. And what a way to go. So let's blast off into our 3rd year and come back here a year from now and celebrate our 3rd year anniversary with a much bigger group and probably more exciting prizes and giveaways and things like that. It's just going to get better as we go. Okay? And we can all say, happy anniversary. We can wrap this up. Happy anniversary, everyone.
Happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary.
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 Thank you, Ace. Thanks for your dedication.
Yes, sir. Ace.
Thank you, Sir
Thank you, Sir
Hunter.
Hunter.